My name is Ms. Palajak, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to administer the Connors test. Alright, so today I'll be showing you the teacher form. You're going to fill out the student's name, your name, so my name is the teacher, the time you've known the student, so how long you've worked with the student, how long you've been on your course load, the classes that you teach with them or in classes with, the age of the student, what grade they are in, their birthday, their gender, and also today's date. So there are about 39 questions on this test which you're going to answer. After reading the question, then you're going to give a rating for the student, either a 0 to a 3. 0 means not true at all, that the statement's not true, or 3, that means that the statement is very much true. And then 1 and 2 are in between. Alright, so now that I finished, I have all the questions scored and gave it a rating. The scores that you filled out for the student, since this paper is carbon copied, the number that you give will immediately transfer over to the scoring grid. So, go Connors test. So, one thing to keep in mind is that the numbers are not the same as the test as the other form. This one goes 0 to 3 all the way. This one, for example, one of the columns goes 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, whatever. So you got to make sure you pay attention to what number you are giving them. So now that you've had circled all the numbers on this side, what you're going to do is, okay, for the first row, you have, it says the student has a 2. So what you're going to do is put that 2 in the unshaded box in that first row. So I'm going to do that with every single one. Now what you're going to do is you're going to add up all the numbers and put them at the box below. And you're going to do that for every single column. Now that I have the scores at the bottom, these scores represent the raw score for the column for the student. So for this next part, you're going to need to know the gender of the student and how old they are. So if you look back in the top of her paper that we filled out earlier, she's a girl, she's a female, and she is 14 years old. Next, you will either use the male profile sheet or the female. And then the ages. So this is 6 to 11, and the back is males from ages 12 to 18. This other one, like I said earlier, is females ages 12 to 18, and this is females ages 6 to 11. All right, since my student is 14 and she is a female, I will be using the female profile sheet, ages 12 to 18. Now that you have these two papers in front of you, so again, my student is 14 and is a female, so I'm going to be using the female profile sheet, and I'm going to be using the raw scores that I figured out earlier. Next, what you're going to be doing is on the top row, they have a list of numbers, and these numbers in this shaded area, they represent ages. So since again my student is 14, I'm going to be filling out or matching, circling, you can circle, it helps you, the age of the student. So 14, 14, 14, 14, 14. All right, so for the first column, I have the raw score of 6. So I'm gonna go down that first column and find the 6 and circle it. Like so. And I'm gonna do that with the rest of the columns. Alright, and for the last 2 raw scores on the sheet, so these last 2 columns, you're going to take the raw score, so the last ones I got 4 and 10 for the student. Instead of filling out in the chart, there are 2 little boxes at the bottom, and you're going to write in the raw scores there. So again, I'm going to write the raw scores, and they were 4 and 10. So, like so. So the nice thing about this, the number chart, is that once you match up, connect the circles and the numbers, you get a nice graph to represent your students' data.